Hey, welcome back to another Pancho Things. Today we're going to be talking about strumming patterns. We're going to do 4 strumming patterns. Let's get started. Alright, so we already talked about major minor chords, how do we use the shapes in the chords, and we number the fingers on the left hand, but we haven't talked about the right hand, which is equally important and necessary in order for us to play the guitar. So, if I speak and I sound a little bit hideous today, it's because I have a little bit of a toothache and it's just kind of annoying. So, bear with me. In order for us to learn how to strum the guitar, we need to understand the right way to position our hands in the guitar and the right way to hold the guitar. Now, if you see true classical guitar players or a soloist player, the guitar, this leg is going to be elevated on a footstool and the guitar will be positioned on this leg instead, and it give you a better shape. Now, because we're playing regular guitar and possibly will transition to a folk guitar, which it doesn't have nylon strings, it does have metal strings, we're going to be playing on this position right here. So, important is, where do you put your hand? What is the right place to put your hand? Your crevice of your arm, where the elbows bends, that will rest on the top side of the belly of the guitar, and your hand will rest comfortably there. Now, if you notice, I don't have my hand stretched out. I don't have my hand in an angle of any way or form. When we're doing the strumming pattern, we're going to use the wrist and the forearm. We're going to use that whole part. It's not only wrist, it's not only forearm, it's a combination of both. So the way that this is going to work is we need to clearly understand and be comfortable. Straight back, the guitar in position, your hand hanging. Now, when we play the folk guitar, we normally use a pick to help us with the metal strings. As I said earlier, the folk guitar has metal strings through the entire guitar. But on the classical guitar, we're going to use our hand. If you have nails, you can lift your nails, or you can play with your fingers, or you actually can use a pick if needed. I would prefer to stay with the nails and your bare hands. Now, once we achieve the right angle on the forearm, we want our hands to make a C shape, but without putting tension. We just want our fingers to have a little bit of a curvature and just rest it right there. I don't have the hand tense, I don't have the hand in angles, it's just right there. Soft. That's the right way to position our hand. Now, knowing our hand, we're going to jump into what is a strumming pattern. Strumming pattern is just a pattern how we use to articulate this hand to give more sense of speed and tempo to whatever chords we're using. So, in order for us to practice the patterns, I'm gonna teach 4 today. 4 of those patterns. Pattern number 1. We're gonna mute the strings up here, and we're gonna do pattern number 1 is gonna be with your hand. We're gonna go down, up, down, up. Once again, down, up, down, up. If you look closely, on my way down, the first nail that gets in contact with the strings is my pinky nail. The rest of the fingers go consecutively following the strings. The important part of this is on the way down, on the way up, the first finger that is going to make contact with the strings is going to be my thumb. And it's going to give space to the rest of the fingers to make contact. Okay, so strum pattern number 1, once again, is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's see how these sounds if we add a chord. Let's grab the G major chord. Once again. One more time. One more time. There it is. Shape number 1. Now, there's a variation that we're going to add to it, and we're going to learn it now. It's called the mute. So, what is a mute? I'm going to use this part of the hand to mute all strings. Once I'm finished with my pattern, or halfway through the pattern. So, that will be the variation number 1 on the strumming pattern. So once again, strumming pattern with the variation. Let's move to pattern number 2. What is pattern number 2? Simple. Pattern number 2 will be down, up, down, down. Down, up, down, down. Down, up, down, down. How does this sound with the chord? Down, up, down, down. Have we noticed the difference between going down and up? If we pay attention, going down, we're going to hear the lowering notes first, progressively going up to the higher notes. Going up is the opposite. We're going to start hitting the higher notes first and going all the way down. So let's do it slowly. Let's go back up. There it is. So once again, pattern number 2. Let's practice. And in the mute. There we go. Now, the pattern number 3 is a little bit complex, and I'm going to divide it in 2 parts. So let's pay attention closely. So it's going to be down, up, down, down. Up, down, up, up. Once again, down, up, down, down. Up, down, up, up. Let's do it with the G chord. Down, down, down. Up, down, up. Down, up, down, down. Up, down, up. Alright, so that's pattern number 3. Pattern number 4 is a little bit simpler. Let's go this way. Up, down, up, up. Up, down, up, up. Up, down, down, up, up. So here with the chord. Up, down, up, up, down. With the variation number 1, which is the mute, it will be something like this. Up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. The beginning, the fingers are going to be bothering a little bit, so just once again, it's just same as with the chords. The more that we use the pressure, the more that we practice them, the more our hands are going to get used to it. Don't forget to practice the muting, and once you feel comfortable, you can add another chord to the same strumming exercise. So with those 4 strumming patterns, we are on our way to keep practicing and evolving on the guitar classes. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. If you haven't done yet, click the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading another video. Practice a lot, and I promise I'll see you in the next one. Pancho.